overtakes ahead. Yassarian from Croatia with consistent lap times in the 2:18s. Spa-Francorchamps demands precision on its challenging layout.
Yassarian clocks a scorching 218.97, consistency at its finest. Achi is on fire, setting a new personal best.
Yassarian sets consistent 2.18.97 lap times.
Grid's got the memo on patience, but where's the thrill? Watch out, folks. There's a plot twist in the making. Yassarian with a fast lap time of 2:18.97.
Yassarian sets consistent lap times, holding at 2:18.97. Final push as time winds down. Drivers need to deliver.
Hold on to your helmets, folks, at 2 a lap. Milan Ealing is pushing hard lap after lap. Woo!
Milan Elling consistently hitting 2:18.26 lap times. Traction building, intense focus, no moves being made.
Let's find out who pushes ahead in this intense showdown. Look out, folks. Stealth mode engaged in the shadows. We're halfway through this intense battle of strategy on wheels. Buckle up for the unpredictable thrill ahead. Tires stick, engines roar, the battle heats up.
Strategic driving evident, cautious approach in play early on.
Oh, folks, buckle up. Qualifying is on and the clock is ticking down fast. With just under 15 minutes left, every driver out there is pushing their machines to the limit, aiming for that sweet spot on the grid. Let's see who's got the speed, the focus, and the nerve to snatch up that prime starting position for the big showdown. Jim, it's going to be a nail-biter out there.
Well, Botato, as we transition into the qualifying session, the drivers will be looking to maximize their one-lap pace here. With the clock ticking down, each driver will aim to put in their quickest lap to secure the best possible starting position for the race. Strategy will play a crucial role, as some drivers may opt for multiple flying laps, while others go for a single fast lap on fresh tires. It's all about finding the right balance between track position and tire management during this session.
We've got a new speedster topping Sector 3 charts. Walter White attacking Bruxelles, hunting for that lap time. Walter White tackling Bruxelles, hunting for speed in practice.
Quiet on the timing screens.
Ferris Sword, slicing through Bruxelles, lap time pending.
King R navigating through Fagnus without a timed lap yet. King R navigating through Fagnus, yet to set a valid lap. The midfield appears calm, but action may unfold soon.
King R from Austria is attacking Corby Paul Frere for glory. Spa-Francorchamps is alive with classic track craft, thrilling action. Watch out for those stealthy moments that change everything.
Yossarian negotiates Kemmel Straight with a quick last lap.
Yossarian on fire through Kemmel Straight with lightning speed.
Yossarian tackles Bruxelles with precision on track. Yossarian negotiates Bruxelles with a time of 0:00. As we analyze the current standings a quarter into the race, Broadcasting leads the pack, followed closely by Fantasy Min in second place. Wojciech Adamarain holds a strong position in third, with Joan Bararain in fourth, and Cool Guy rounding up the top five. Easy topping. Hey G, let's get racing.
Absolutely thrilling, Jim. Broadcasting leading the pack, but Fantasy Min and Wojciech Adamarain are hot on their tail. This race is far from over. Anything can happen.
Yossarian negotiates Blanchimont with a 0:00 lap time.
Yossarian blitzing through Blanchimont on a lightning-fast lap time. Lights are out, engines roaring, waiting for the green flag.
Yossarian completes a lap with a time of 0:02.
Spiker blitzing through Blanchimont with a 3.24 lap.
Spiker sets a 3:44 lap time through Blanchimont.
El Garrido blasting through Blanchimont with lightning speed, folks. Let's watch as the contenders battle to claim victory.
El Garrido completing a clean lap. Lap time 0:000. Spa-Francorchamps known for its challenging and high-speed layout. Anticipation mounts as the race unfolds.
This is where the rubber meets the road. Let's go!
Yossarian from Croatia completes a lap with a 0:00 time. Yossarian completes lap with a time of 0:000.
Yossarian is on fire, pushing hard through the track.
Yossarian completes a lap with a time of 0:000.
Potato blitzing through, setting a scorching 2:20.03 lap time.
Monitoring the upcoming laps for potential developments.
Well, folks, we're right in the thick of the action here at the race. Zooming ahead, in first place, we've got Broadcasting showing some serious speed. Chasing close behind in second place, it's Fantasy Min looking hungry for that lead. And check out Wojtek Adamirin revving up in third place, making some serious moves out there. Joan Bererin holding strong in fourth place, with Ogo hot on their tail in fifth. Man, oh man, this race is turning out to be a real nail-biter. Jim.
Well, Potato, as we reach the halfway point of the race, it's interesting to see Broadcasting leading the pack. However, Fantasy Min and Wojtek Adamira are also showing strong performances in second and third place, respectively. Keeping an eye on these drivers as we progress through the rest of the race will be crucial. Joan Barrera and Ogo are not far behind in fourth and fifth place, so there's still plenty of action to unfold in the second half of the race. Focus on execution as we pass halfway.
Wojtek Adamira on fire with a 2:21.14 lap time. Get ready, folks. A bold move could shake things up.
Time to push for fast laps as the session nears the end. Drivers are pushing harder as the session nears its end. Marmlo completing lap with a 0:000 time. Yossarian sets fastest lap with a 2:21.64.
Ooh, Yossarian is on fire out there today. Walter White smashes the fastest lap with a 2:20.27.
Consistent pace by Walter White. Impressive performance.
Grid's playing the long game today, folks. Straychek nailing it through the chicane with lap consistency. Michal Straychek smashes the lap record with a blistering 2:19.45. El Garito from England nailing that chicane with a 2:20.68 lap.
Traction high, drivers remain cautious at the start. Anticipation mounts as tension builds on track.
Watch out, folks. Tires and fuel strategy coming into play. Ealing smashes the lap record with a scorching 2:18.13.
Impressive lap time from Patchy, clocking a 2:21.21.
As we hit the three-quarter mark of this intense race, the competition is heating up, folks. Leading the pack in first place, we've got Broadcasting showing some serious skill. But hot on their tail in second place is Fantasy Men, hungry for that top spot. And let's not forget about the fierce Votek Adamarain, holding strong in third place, determined to climb higher. Sneaking into fourth place, we've got Zenin, making moves out there on the track. And rounding out our top 5, we've got Ogo, aiming to shake things up. These drivers are pushing their limits, folks. It's anyone's game as we head into the final stretch. Wow, Patchy is really pushing it out there today. Marmlo is pushing hard 3. Let's see what's next.
Marmlo improving, sets a 2:24.50 lap time on track. Personal best lap by iDrive, 2:23.53.
Whoa! iDrive is really pushing it out there. Their sword is on fire with a blistering personal best. Wojciech Adamira smashing through Fagnes with a 2:21.14 lap. What drama lurks beneath those quiet laps? Let's find out.
Field has spread out after 3 laps. Tension lingers. Tactical battle between fresh rubber and track position unfolds.
Spiker nails a personal best with a 2:30.62 lap. Adamira smoking out there with a personal best lap.
Impressive improvement from Wojtek Adamira there. Patchy sets a personal best lap of 2 minutes 20.90. Zen navigating Bruxelles. Previous lap time, 1 minute.
Get ready for the calm before the storm, folks.
Awaiting potential strategic developments in the upcoming race.
Buckle up, folks. The competition is heating up.
Field spreading out after 3 laps, tension lingers. Drivers exhibiting patient strategies, maintaining position throughout the field.
Zen is storming through Blanchimont, pushing the limits. Zen is on fire through Blanchimont, setting a blistering lap time. Zen is blazing through. Last lap scorcher. Hold on to your seats, folks. Midfield's about to ignite. Three laps down, the field stretched out, but suspense lingers.
Teams will need to consider tire and fuel management soon. Kispelage negotiates the chicane with precision on last lap. Kispelage navigating chicane on last lap with 0.00 time.
Marmlo pushing hard through campus with a 2:24.50 lap. Buckle up, folks. The storm's just getting started. Let's roll. Marmlo tackling the chicane with a 2:24.50 lap time.
Marmlo negotiates the chicane. Lap time remains consistent at 2:24.50.
Marmlo lighting up the track with a new personal best. Marmlo lighting up the track with a new personal best.
Anticipation builds for potential race dynamics.
This race is a wild ride. One move changes all. Hold on to your seats, folks. The race is heating up.
Midfield poised, awaiting potential action. Strategic opportunity for position change within stretched out field. Strategic driving as leaders maintain pace with 3 laps down.
Final moments, time to unleash everything on the track. It's all spread out, but a daring move could shake things up. We're 5 minutes in. Tactical maneuvers underway. Buckle up. Hold on to your helmets, folks. It's race time. The grid is set, and we've got Milan Elling leading the pack, ready to bring the heat. Ferris Sword, hungry for that top spot, with Nebojša Brankovic and Mikal Strajek hot on their tail. It's a stacked lineup, Jim. The countdown is on, and these drivers are revving to rock this track.
It's an interesting grid lineup. Potato. Milan Ealing has shown impressive pace throughout the qualifying session, securing the pole position. Ferris Sword and Nebojša Brankovic are close behind in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Mikal Strajek, in 4th position, will be looking to make a strong start to gain positions early on in the race. It will be crucial for all drivers to navigate the opening corners cleanly to avoid any incidents that could compromise their race strategy. With the race about to begin, we can expect some intense battles as these drivers jostle for position.
And we're off. The race is underway. Let's go. Woo! Broadcasting lights up Sector 3. What a time.
Well, here we are for the 2nd race of this event, with a reversed grid format adding an extra layer of excitement. Looking at the starting grid for this session, we have Milan Elling at the front, followed by Ferris Sword in 2nd, Nebojša Brankovic in 3rd, and Mikal Strajek in 4th. It's a mixed-up grid that's sure to shake things up in this 20-minute and 7-second race. Potato, what are your initial impressions on this starting lineup?
Jim, this reversed grid race is going to be a wild roller coaster. Keep your eyes on the rear view for Elling and Sword. They'll be carving through the pack like hot knives through butter. Strajek starting mid-pack is no joke. He's bound to shake things up in no time. And they're off. The race is underway. Let's go.
Keep an eye on turn exits for overtakes. Zen executes pass on Ogo at La Source for P18. King R passes Ogo for 19th at Campus. Pachi passes Fantasy M for P11 at Double Gauche. Ferris Sword completes overtake on Nebojša Brankovic at Chicane.
Fantasy M makes a bold move overtaking Marmlo at La Source. Zero to Hero makes a bold move on King R at La Source.
Brankovic passes Ealing at La Source for the lead.
Whoa! Jason C makes a bold move on Spiker at La Source. Marmlo makes the move on Kizbalaz at La Source.
Zero to Hero passes Ogo for 16th at La Source.
Walter White makes a bold move overtaking Wojciech Adamira at La Source. Mati Nowak Naroverze steals 15th from Zen at La Source. Achi makes a bold move on Zen at La Source, 18th.
Ferris Sword passes Mylan Elling for 2nd at Radeon. Spiker made a pass on Ogo at La Source for P20. Straightsec passes Ealing for P3 at Kemmel Straight.
Yossarian rockets past Mylan Elling on Kemmel Straight. Wham! Strajek overtakes Yossarian at Kemmel Straight for P3. Woo! WW makes the move on Yossarian at Kemmel Straight.
Zen passes Yossarian at Radeon for 18th position. El Garito passes Wojtek Adamira for 6th on Kemmel Straight. Zero to Hero passes Patchy at Les Combs for 10th place.
Ealing makes a bold move on Straycheck at Lecombs.
Marmlo passes Jason_C for P12 at Les Combs. Potato passes Nowak at Les Combs for 14th place.
Marmlo makes a daring move on Kizbalas at Lecombs.
Patchy overtakes Zen at Les Combs for 15th place. Potato makes the pass on Spiker at Les Combs for P13. Patchy overtakes Kizbalaz, now in 14th at Les Combs.
Potato sends it past Marmlo at Les Combs. Walter White makes a bold pass on Wojciech Adamira at Brazil. King R rules the track at Les Combs, taking 15th.
Zen passes Ogo at Les Combs for P16.
Ogo makes a daring move past Zero to Hero at Les Combs.
Marmlo passes Patchy for 10th at Bruxelles.
Ferras Sword charges past Noboiso Brankovic at Fagnus. Marmlo makes a power move on Fantasy M at Bruxelles.
Patchy gains 11th from Zero to Hero at Bruxelles.
Potato slices past Marmlo at Bruxelles, moving up. Belias making moves on Zero to Hero at Double Gauche. King R snatches 14th from Zero to Hero at Double Gauche. Fantasy M makes a daring move past Marmlo at Fagnus.
Patchy makes the move on Marmlo at Fagnus for P10.
Patchy makes a bold move on Fantasy M at Fagnus.
Potato makes move on Marmlo for P11 at Fagnus. Potato makes a move on Fantasy M at Fagnus for P10. Balaj overtakes Marmlo at Fagnus for P12.
King R makes the move on Marmlo at Fagnus.
Balaz overtakes Fantasy M for 11th place at Campus.
Spiker muscles past Ogo in a bold move at Fagnus. Matinowak Naroveja makes a move on Zero to Hero at Fagnus.
Ealing passes Brankovic at Chicane for P2.
Spiker makes a bold move past Zen at Corb Paul Frere.
Ogo passes Zen at Corb Paul Frere for 16th. Mati Nowak Naroveja passes Zen for 17th at Corbe Paul Frere.
Ealing takes charge from Brankovic at the chicane. Wow! Jason C takes Zen for 18th at Paul Frere. Let's go! Ferris Sword slicing through the chicane to steal third. Brankovic makes a daring move at the chicane, now in second. Strajic snatches P2 from El Garrido at the chicane.
Nebojša Bronkovic passes El Garrido for third at chicane.
El Garrido takes over fifth from iDrive at chicane.
Wojciech Adamira successfully passes Pachi for seventh at the chicane. El Garrido passes Straycheck at La Source for P4. Potato passes Yossarian at chicane for P9 position.
Ogo makes a bold move on Marmlo at the chicane. Spiker makes a daring move on Zen at the chicane.
Zen takes P16 from Spiker at chicane. Jason C gains 17th from Zen at the chicane.
Straycheck surges past Garrito at Les Combs for P4. El Garrito makes the pass on Michal at Les Combs.
Potato passes Pachi at Les Combs for P9. Fantasy M passes King.R at Les Combs for 12th place.
Wojciech Adamira powers past, taking 7th at Bruxelles. Jason C powers past Zen at Bruxelles for P17. Woo!
Fantasy M passes King.R for 11th at Fagnes.
King R makes a daring move past Fantasy M at Fagnes.
Yossarian passes Ogo for 19th place at Double Gauche. Ogo passes Yossarian for 19th at the Fagnes corner. Elling passes Sword at chicane for the lead. Brankovic passes Garrido for lead at chicane. Ferris Sword passes Nebojša Brankovic for lead at chicane.
Elling makes a bold move at the chicane for P3. Ealing makes a daring move at the chicane for P2.
Yossarian passes Zen for 19th place at Campus.
El Garrito makes a bold move on Straycheck at chicane.
Brankovic passes Straycheck for P4 at chicane. El Garrido passes Adamira at chicane for P6. William passes Adamira at chicane for 6th place.
Adamira makes the move on Potato at the chicane.
Potato makes pass on Pachi at chicane for P8. Potato passes Pachi at chicane for 9th place. King R passes Fantasy M at chicane, now in 11th position. Fantasy M gains 11 from Kiss Balaz at chicane. Marmlo passes Kiss Balaz at chicane for 13th place. Yossarian completes the overtake on Ogo at Blanchimont.
Matinoak Naroverja makes a move at the chicane. Now that's what I call pushing the limits. Potato zooms past iDrive at Kemmel Straight for P8. Spiker smashes their personal record, clocking a 27:59 lap time. Spiker smashes their personal record, clocking a 27:59 lap time.
Solid improvement from Jason C with a 2:28.45 lap time. Yossarian sets fastest time in Sector 1, 39.59 seconds.
Wow, Zero to Hero smashes it with a personal best lap.
Impressive improvement by Zero to Hero on that lap. Spiker passes Mati Novak na Roveres at Les Combs for P15.
Jason C powers past Mati Nowak na Rowezet at Les Combs. Yossarian makes a bold move at Les Combs, stunning overtake. Ogo makes a bold move passing Mati at Les Combs.
Ailing makes move on Brankovic for lead at chicane. Brankovic passes Ealing for the lead at the chicane.
Ferris Sword makes a daring pass for the lead at chicane. El Garrido makes a daring pass on Mikhail Straycheck at chicane.
Ealing passes Garrito at chicane for P3. Ailing passes Brankovic for P2 at chicane.
Straycheck makes the move on Brankovic at the chicane.
El Garrido secures P3 from Straycheck at chicane.
Straycheck passes WW at chicane, now in 4th place. Potato loses 6th to Adamira at the chicane. Woo!
Adamira passes Potato at chicane for 7th position.
Potato loses 8th to iDrive at the chicane.
Potato passes iDrive at chicane for P8.
Fantasy M loses 11th to King.R at the chicane. Wham!
Fantasy M passes Keys Balaj at chicane for P11.
Balaj makes the bold move at the chicane.
Marmlo passes Kiz Balaz at chicane for P13.
Balaj makes a daring pass on Marmlo at the chicane.
Spiker passes Marmlo at Blanchimont for P14. Marmlo passes Spiker at Chicane for 14th position.
Jason C makes a bold move, passing Spiker at the chicane. Yossarian makes a bold move at the chicane.
Yossarian passes Jason C for 15th at Chicane.
Jason C makes a daring pass at chicane for P15.
Yossarian overtakes Jason C at La Source for 15th place. Spiker passes Jason_C for P16 at La Source. Jason C passes Spiker at La Source for 16th place.
Jason C makes a daring move past Yossarian at La Source.
Spiker passes Yossarian into 16th at La Source. Yossarian passes Spiker at La Source, now 16th.
Jason C is on fire with that personal best lap time. Raz 18 is back on track after a pit stop frenzy.
Ogo improves with a 228.77 lap time. Patchy overtakes iDrive at Bruxelles for 9th place.
Zero to Hero smashes personal best with a 2:22.57 lap time.
Cellini exits the pits.
Wow, Zero to Hero was on fire, setting new personal records. Fantasy M got dethroned by King.R at Bruxelles. Elling makes a daring move and takes the lead at chicane.
Smooth overtake, likely using DRS to pass.
Brankovic makes a daring move on Garrido at the chicane. Elling makes a bold move at the chicane for P1. Elling makes a gutsy move on Brankovic at the chicane. Ferris Sword snatches third from El Garrido at the chicane.
Ferris Sword passes Nebojsa Brankovic at chicane for P2.
Yossarian makes the move on Jason C at Fagnes.
Jason C now 15th after passing Yossarian at Fagnes.
El Garrido makes the move on Straycheck at chicane. Brankovic makes a bold move for 4th at the chicane.
El Garrido passes WW for 5th at chicane. Yossarian passes Jason C for P15 at Fagnes. Potato passes Patchy for 7th at chicane. Patchy overtakes iDrive at chicane for 8th place.
Watch out, folks. iDrive snatches 9th at the chicane.
Patchy overtakes iDrive at chicane for 9th place. Balaj passes King.R for 12th at chicane.
Marmlo makes a bold move past Balaz at the chicane. Well, folks, we're right in the thick of the action here at the raceway. After 4 heart-pounding laps, let's check out how the leaderboard's shaping up. Leading the pack, we've got Mylan Ailing showing some serious speed out there. Right on his tail in second, it's Ferris Sword giving it everything. And how about Nebojsa Brankovic holding strong in third? El Garrido is revving up in fourth, looking to make some moves. Rounding out the top 5, we've got Michal Straycheck looking to climb higher. It's all to play for as these drivers battle it out.
Ferris Sword makes the move on Mylan Ealing at Les Combs.
Elling makes the move on Sword at Les Combs. Let's go! Balazs is on fire with a new personal best lap. Balash on fire through Sector 2 with a 104.60.
Yossarian improves with a 224.69 lap time.
Yossarian is flying through Sector 3 with a blazing 36.81.
Jason C improves Sector 3 time to 37.95 seconds. Zero to Hero improves Sector 3 time to 37.17, setting personal best. Cellini improves Sector 3 time to 37.96.
Fantasy M makes a bold move past iDrive at Fagnes.
Ferris Sword overtakes Brankovic at the chicane. Brankovic passes Ealing at chicane for the lead.
What a move by Brankovic at the chicane. Wow.
Ealing takes lead from Brankovic at chicane. Ferris Sword passes El Garrido for 3rd at chicane. Ferris Sword passes Nebojsa Brankovic at chicane for P2.
Straytech makes a bold move on Brankovic at the chicane. Brankovic makes a daring move past Straycheck at the chicane.
El Garrido makes a pass on Michal Straycheck at chicane. El Garrido passed Michal Straycheck at the chicane for P4.
Adamira makes a bold move at chicane, snatching 6th from Potato.
Wojtek Adamira passes Potato for P7 at chicane.
Potato's under attack at the chicane. It's a close battle. Potato makes a daring move at the chicane for 9th.
Fantasy M passes Patchy for 9th at chicane.
We've got iDrive making moves at the chicane. Fantasy M steals 10th from iDrive at the chicane.
Balaj passes iDrive for 11th at chicane.
Thera Sword slices past Milan Eling at Les Combes. Elling makes the move on Sword at Les Combes. Incredible! iDrive makes a daring pass at Chicane for 11th. Marmlo makes a bold move on Kiss Balaz at the chicane.
Wojciech Adamira passes Walter White for P6 at Radial. Potato overtakes WW for 7th at Radion.
Yossarian makes a gutsy move on Marmlo at the chicane. Yossarian makes the move on Walter White at the chicane. Yossarian is on fire with a personal best lap time. Jason C is flying out there with a new personal best. Yossarian is on fire through Sector 3, hitting top speeds. Spiker pulls off a daring pass on Walter White at chicane.
Zero Chihiro improves Sector 3 time to 37.07. Zero to Hero passes WW for 16th place at chicane. WW emerges from the pits. Balaj overtakes iDrive for 10th at Bruxelles. Impressive personal best lap by Raz 18, 2:43.98 on the clock. Improvement in Sector 3 by Raz 18, setting 40.40 seconds. Fares Sword overtakes Nebojsa Brankovic for the lead at chicane. Elling leads after chicane pass on Brankovic.
El Garito makes a daring move at the chicane.
Fares Sword passes El Garrido at chicane for P3. Fares Sword passes Nebojsa Brankovic at chicane for P2. Spiker overtakes Jason_C for 14th at Bruxelles.
Strajcek executes a gutsy pass on Brankovic at the chicane.
Brankovic passes Strajcek for P4 at chicane. El Garito passes Mikhail Strajcek at the chicane for P3.
Brankovic makes a bold move at the chicane, taking 3rd. Strajcek makes a daring move at chicane, taking 6th from Adamira.
Potato passes Patchy at chicane for 6th place. Adamira takes 6th from Potato at chicane.
Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White makes a bold move at double gauche. Walter White. Fares Sword takes charge from Milan Ealing at Kemmel Straight.
Potato passes Patchy at chicane for P7. Fantasy M passes Kiss Balaj at chicane for P8. Patchy passes Fantasy M for P9 at the chicane. Balaj passes Fantasy M at chicane for P9.
Zero to Hero makes the move on Jason C at Fagnus.
Marmlo passes WW for P11 at chicane.
iDrive makes a daring pass at the chicane.
Marmlo posts a personal best lap time of 2:23.21.
And here we go, folks. 3/4 into this race and things are really heating up. Fares Sword leading the charge in first place, with Milan Elling hot on their tail in second. Nebojsa Brankovic not holding back in third, chasing that podium. El Garrido fighting hard in fourth, and Mikhail Strajcek rounding up the top 5. It's a nail-biter out here, folks. Stay tuned for the grand finale. Yossarian smoking with a personal best 2:20.52 lap time. Marmlo is on fire, setting personal bests in Sector 2. Yossarian smoking through Sector 2 with a new PB.
0 to Hero makes the pass on WW at Blanchimont for 15th.
Spiker smashes it with a blistering Sector 1 time.
Elling takes the lead from Sword at Fagnes.
Now that's some thrilling action at Fagnes, Gem.
Raz 18 pits for maintenance and strategy adjustments. Raz 18 improves in Sector 1 with 0:43.67. Balaz passes Fantasy M for 9th at Fagnes. WW pits for a scheduled stop.
Farasord takes the lead from Nebojesa Brankovic at Chicane.
Ealing takes lead from Brankovic at Chicane.
Elling makes a bold move at the Chicane. Boom!
El Garrido secures 3rd from Farasord at Chicane.
Farasord slices past El Garrito at the Chicane. Woo! Farasord slices past Brankovic at the Chicane. Wham!
Straycheck passes Brankovic for P4 at Chicane. Adamira makes a successful overtake on Straycheck at the Chicane.
Straycheck makes a daring pass at the Chicane for P5. Potato here. Potato makes the move at Chicane. Brilliant!
Patchy makes the move on Potato at the Chicane for P7.
Potato powers past Patchy at the Chicane. Let's go! Balaj pulls ahead of Fantasy M at Blanchimont. What a move!
Patchy overtakes Fantasy M at Chicane for P8.
Raz 18 rockets out of the pits. Full throttle ahead. Fantasy M seizes 9th from Kiss Balaj at the Chicane.
Balaj passes Fantasy M for P9 at Chicane. iDrive passes Fantasy M at Chicane for 10th position.
Fantasy M takes 10th from iDrive at the Chicane.
Marmlo pushes past iDrive at the Chicane for 11th. iDrive passes Marmlo for 11th at Chicane. Impressive lap time set by Yassarian with a 2 minutes 19.45.
Yassarian's blazing through Sector 3, setting the pace. Whoa, Marmlo is on fire in Sector 1 today.
Spiker improves in Sector 1 with a 41.69 lap time. 0 to Hero improves Sector 3 to 36.72, showing strong pace.
Bidiciem makes a daring pass on Keith Balaz at Les Combes.
Yassarian passes Marmlo at Les Combes for 12th position.
Marmlo pulls off a daring pass on Spiker at Bruxelles.
Yassarian passes Marmlo for P11 at Bruxelles. Elling finishes 3rd in race. Faraz Sword overtakes Brankovic at the Chicane for the lead.
Elling makes his move on Sword at the Chicane. Let's go. Ferris Sword slices through to claim 4th place glory. Brankovic blazes through for a stellar 4th place finish. El Garrido takes 6th place at the checkered flag. Straycheck charges across the line to grab a sensational 6th. Wojtek Adamira takes 7th place in a thrilling finish. Potato takes 8th place at the checkered flag.
Elling passes Brankovic for P2 at Chicane.
Mylan Elling charges onto the final lap.
Adamira passes Potato at Chicane for P6 position. Patchy finishes 8th, crossing the line at the race end. Potato takes 7th from Patchy at Chicane. Fantasy M overtakes Patchy at Blanchimont for 8th place.
Patchy makes a daring move at Chicane for P8.
Balaj passes Fantasy M at Chicane for 9th position.
Fantasy M storms to 9th place at the checkered flag.
Balaz finishes race in 10th place. Yassarian passes Marmlo for P10 at Chicane. Yassarian finishes 11th in the race. Marmlo finishes 12th. Race complete. Balaj passes Marmlo at Chicane for 10th. Fantasy M passes Keith Balaj for 9th at Chicane. 0 to Hero executes a successful overtake on Spiker at Blanchimont.
0 to Hero zips past the checkered flag in 13th place.
Spiker finishes 14th.
Faraz Sword takes the lead from Nebojsa Brankovic at Chicane. Elling snatches the lead from Sword at the Chicane. Let's go.
Elling passes Brankovic at Chicane for P2. Brankovic executes pass on Garrido at Chicane for P2. Ferris Sword passes El Garrido for P3 at Chicane.
Faraz Sword slices past Brankovic at the Chicane. Woo!
Straycheck passes Brankovic at Chicane for P4 position. Brankovic makes pass on Straycheck for P4 at Chicane.
El Garrido slides past Straycheck at the chicane. Fast and furious. Potato makes a bold move past Adamira at the chicane. Potato gets past at the chicane, Wojtek on the move. Straycheck makes a bold move on Garrido at La Source.
Verisword passes Mylan Ealing for the lead at La Source.
Potato gets past at chicane, Patchy takes the lead.
Potato makes a pass on Patchy at the chicane.
Ealing charges past Sword for the lead at La Source. Verisword charges past Mylan Ealing at Eau Rouge.
Elling takes the lead from Sword at Eau Rouge.
Verisword storms past Mylan Ealing at Radion. Woo! Straycheck shoots past Adamira at La Source. Wowza!
Fantasy M passes Patchy at Blanchimont for P8.
Brankovic storms past Ealing for second at Radion. What a move!
Balaj passes Yossarian at Chicane for P9 position. Balaj takes 7th from Fantasy M at the chicane.
Milan Ealing snatches 2 from Brankovic at Kemmel Strait.
Balaz overtakes Fantasy M for 4th at La Source. Potato passes Fantasy M at La Source for P7.
Zero to Hero makes a heroic move on Spiker at Paul Frere. Brankovic flying past Marmelo on Kemmel Strait. Woo! Go!
Zero to Hero passes Marmelo at the chicane for P9. Yossarian passes Marmelo at chicane for P9. As we head into the second race of this event with a reversed grid format, the competitors have quite the challenge ahead. Spiker leads the pack from pole position, followed by Zero to Hero and Marmelo. It's worth noting that Yossarian seems to have a duplicate presence in the third spot. Quite the peculiar situation. The reversed grid can really mix things up and provide some thrilling action for the viewers. Potato, this race is set to be an intriguing battle of strategy and skill, with these drivers starting from unusual positions.
Jim, this reversed grid is going to mix things up like a whirlwind in a junkyard. With Spiker on pole, the competition better buckle up for a wild ride. Zero to Hero and Marmelo won't make it easy, and Yossarian's hungry for that podium. Strap in, folks. It's going to be a race to remember.
Race start initiated. Cars are on the move. Fastest overall, Sector 3, time of 0:00. Great performance. Well, Potato, as we anticipate the start of this reversed grid race, it's essential to keep an eye on the front row with Spiker and Zero to Hero. Starting from the top spot, Spiker has a prime opportunity to dictate the pace early on, while Zero to Hero will aim to apply pressure right from the start. The challenge will be maintaining positions through the unknown turns as the pack jostles for track space. With Marmelo and Yossarian close behind, this promises to be a tightly contested affair as they all vie for track position and strategic advantages. Let's see how this exciting race unfolds over its duration.
Jim, a reversed grid for this race? Buckle up, folks. We're in for a wild ride. Spiker leading the pack, Zero to Hero right behind, and Marmelo and Yossarian hungry to move up. It's gonna be elbows out from the get-go.
And the race is underway.
Zero to Hero makes an epic move past Fantasy M at La Source. Straycheck blitzes past Potato at La Source for P7. Potato pulls off a daring move at La Source.
Yossarian takes the lead from Zero to Hero at La Source.
Walter White, WW, makes a bold move at Kemmel Strait.
Wojciech Adamira passes Fantasy M at La Source for P5. Fantasy M passes Adamira for P5 at La Source.
Ealing charges past Sword at La Source. Brankovic makes a gutsy move on Straycheck at La Source. Fantasy M rockets past Patchy at La Source. Let's go! Ealing takes Knight from Straycheck at La Source. What a move! Verisword slices past Straycheck at La Source. Brankovic makes a bold move on Straycheck at La Source.
White successfully passes Ealing for 11th at Radion.
Zero to Hero makes a gutsy move at Kemmel Strait.
Wojciech Adamira passes Patchy for P5 at Les Combes. Potato passes Straycheck for P7 at Les Combes. Imhoff passes Sword at Les Combes for P12.
WW makes a daring move at Lacombe's for P10.
Patchy executes pass on Wojciech Adamira for 5th at Les Combes.
Strajek slices past Ealing for P10 at Les Combs. Woo!
Imhoff passes White for P11 at Les Combs. Ferris Sword's successful pass on Rolf Imhoff at Les Combs.
Fantasy M rockets past Spiker for third at Les Combs. Potato makes a bold move on Adamira at Bruxelles. Fantasy M loses fourth to Patchy at Bruxelles. Boom! Potato makes a daring move on Fantasy M at Bruxelles.
Spiker passes Patchy for P3 at Bruxelles. Elling passes Straycheck for P7 at Bruxelles. Straycheck passes Fantasy M for ninth at Bruxelles. Imhoff passes Fantasy M for P10 at Bruxelles. Brankovic passes Straycheck for P7 at Bruxelles. Ferris Sword passes Fantasy M at Bruxelles for 11th position. Elling passes Straycheck for P7 at Double Gauche. WW passes Fantasy M for P12 at Bruxelles. Elling gains 6th place from Adamira at Fagnes.
Patching up the ranks, Patchy takes third at Fagnes.
Potato takes 4th from Patchy at Fagnes. Elling passes Potato for P5 at Campus.
Brankovic makes the move on Adamira at Campus. Woo!
Imhoff passes Sword for P9 at Campus. Ferris Sword passes Milan Elling, now P10 at Campus. Brankovic passes Adamira for P6 at Blanchimont. Straycheck overtakes Adamira at Blanchimont for P7.
Sword slices through Imhoff at Blanchimont for P9. Woo, what a move.
Ferris Sword passes Wojtek Adamira for 8th at Chicane. Zero to Hero takes the lead from Kachi at the chicane. Yossarian leads after passing Spiker at the chicane.
Yossarian makes a daring move, snatching third at the chicane.
Pachi completes successful overtake on Potato at chicane. Straycheck passes Adamira for 8th at chicane. Straycheck passes Sword for 7th at chicane.
Zero to Hero makes a bold pass on Patchy at the chicane. Brankovic makes a daring move on Adamira at the chicane. Elling makes a power move at the chicane, taking 6th.
Wojtek Adamira passes Mikhail Straycheck at the chicane.
Fantasy M pulls a sensational move at the chicane. Unbelievable action. Imhoff zooms past Adamira at La Source for P9.
Imhoff passes Adamira for P8 at La Source.
Ferris Sword slices through to claim 6th at La Source.
Ferris Sword passes Rolf Imhoff for 6th at La Source. Wojtek Adamira passes Rolf Imhoff at La Source for 9th.
Brankovic turns up the heat, slicing past Sword at La Source. Whoa, Potato rockets past Patchy on Kemmel Straight for 3rd. Straycheck slices past Sword on Kemmel Straight for P7. Straycheck takes 6th from Brankovic at Kemmel Straight. Wham!
Ferris Sword passes Mikhail Straycheck for 7th at Les Combs. Elling passes Patchy at Les Combs for 4th place. Ferris Sword passes Straycheck at Les Combs for P6. Straycheck passes Sword at Les Combs for P6.
Ferris Sword slices past Mikhail Straychik at Les Combs. Adamira slices past Brankovic at Bruxelles for P8. What a move. Imhoff makes a move on Brankovic at Bruxelles in style. Illing makes a bold move past Potato at Fagnes.
Die Hard Driver 8 exits the pits. Zero to Hero takes the lead from Milan Ealing at the chicane. Elling overtakes Patchy for P2 at chicane. Zero to Hero overtakes Patchy at chicane for P2 position.
Potato makes a bold move at chicane for 3rd. Elling makes a daring move at chicane to take 3rd.
Patchy gains 4th from Ferris Sword at chicane.
Ferris Sword slices past Potato at the chicane. Patchy makes a bold move at chicane, snatching 5th place.
Straycheck passes Brankovic at the chicane for P6.
Adamira blasts past Straycheck at chicane for P7. Wham bam! Straycheck snatches 7th from Adamira at the chicane. Wham bam!
Solid improvement from Rolf Imhoff, clocking a 2:23.92 lap time.
Woo! Walter White smashes his personal best. What a run!
Fantasy M improves to a 2.21.65 lap time. WW sets new fastest time in Sector 2, 1:02.77.
Brankovic blows past Imhoff on Kemmel Straight, taking 9th. Zero to Hero takes the lead from Milan Ealing at the chicane. Yossarian takes the lead from Mylan Ealing at the chicane. Yossarian blasts past Mylan Ealing at the chicane. Woo! Elling zooms past Potato at the chicane. Thrilling move.
Zelo to Hero secures second from Mylan Ealing at chicane.
Potato makes a bold move at chicane, snatching third.
Elling passes Potato for P3 at chicane. Patchy makes a move, now fourth after chicane.
Potato makes a bold move at chicane, takes fourth place. Strayjack slices past Sword at the chicane for sixth. Ferris Sword slices past Mikhail Straycheck at the chicane.
Brankovic improves with a 2:19.18 lap time. Impressive lap time set by Rolf Imhoff, 22:44. Impressive lap by Walter White, a 2:19.44 personal best. Walter White improves Sector 3 time to 36.61.
Fantasy M is flying through Sector 3 with a new record. Spiker smokes the track with a blistering lap time.
Spiker improves in Sector 1 with 42.12 seconds. WW overtakes Imhoff for 10th at Double Gauche.
Fantasy M makes the move on Rolf Imhoff at Fagnus.
Elling passes Zero to Hero at chicane for P2. Potato passes Zero to Hero at chicane for P3.
Mylan Ealing makes the move on Potato at the chicane.
Yossarian overtakes Mylan Elling at the chicane. Ferris Sword passes Zero to Hero at chicane for P5.
Potato slices through Patchy to grab second at chicane.
Elling passes Potato for P3 at the chicane. Straychick passed Zero to Hero at the chicane for P6. Elling takes P2 from Potato at chicane.
Adamirai takes the lead from Zero to Hero at the chicane. Potato slices past Patchy at the chicane. What a move! Straight-Sec executes a bold pass at the chicane for P5. Adamira makes a daring move on Straight-Check at the chicane.
Adamira passes Brankovic at chicane for P7.
Imhoff storms past Spiker at Blanchimont for 11th place. Walter White is flying through Sector 1, 39.74 on the clock. Woohoo, folks! We're burning rubber halfway through this epic race, and let me tell you, it's a nail-biter out there. Yossarian is leading the pack like a champ, showing everyone a clean pair of heels. Mylan Elling is hot on their tail, hungry for that top spot. And Potato is not backing down, holding strong in third, with Patchy and Ferris Sword right behind, ready to pounce. Jim, this race is heating up like a summer scorcher, and there's no telling who's gonna come out on top.
Well, Potato, as we reach the halfway point of the race, the leaderboard is starting to take shape. Yossarian is showing impressive consistency in holding onto that top spot. But let's keep an eye on how his tire wear and fuel consumption may affect his performance in the second half. Mylan Elling in second place is keeping the pressure on, demonstrating strong race pace. Meanwhile, Potato in third place is maintaining a steady position, keeping himself in contention for a podium finish. Patchy in fourth place and Faraz Sword in fifth place will need to push hard if they want to challenge the frontrunners. It's all about strategy and execution from here on out. Imhoff pits for maintenance.
Pit stop for Imhoff. Let's see his strategy unfold.
Impressive improvement by Imhoff in Sector 1, 40.32. Spiker improves with a 2:26.56 lap time.
Spiker is absolutely flying through Sector 3. Amazing stuff. Imhoff's back on track. Watch out for his comeback.
Ailing takes the lead from Yossarian at the chicane.
What a slick move by Ealing at the chicane. What a slick move by Ealing at the chicane. Yossarian takes the lead from Ealing at the chicane. Potato makes a bold move at chicane for P2.
Elling passes Patchy for P3 at chicane.
Elling zips past Potato at the chicane. Wowza.
Patchy takes third from Potato at the chicane. Potato makes the pass on Patchy at chicane for P3. Adamira passes Straycheck at chicane for P6.
Straycheck slices past Brankovic at the chicane. What a move!
Brankovic passes White at chicane for 8th position. Fantasy M improves Sector 3 time to 36.79 seconds. Farah Sword passes Patchy for P4 at Les Combs.
Patchy makes a bold move on Farah Sword at Les Combs.
Ealing takes the lead from Yossarian at Corb Paul Frere.
Imhoff is on fire, blazing through Sector 3.
Yossarian takes the lead from Potato at the chicane.
Elling makes a bold move past Potato at the chicane.
Elling overtakes Potato at chicane for P2.
Potato here. Potato steals second from Patchy at chicane. Potato gets passed at chicane. Yossarian takes second. Patchy makes a gutsy move on Farah Sword at chicane. Potato makes the move at the chicane for P4.
Potato executes pass on Patchy for third at chicane.
Straycheck makes the move on Sword at the chicane.
Brankovic passes Adamira at chicane for P6. Ferris Sword gains fourth from Patchy at La Source. Adamira passes Brankovic at La Source for 7th place.
Brankovic makes a bold move on Adamira at La Source.
Skrajek improves Sector 2 time to 1 minute 03.06. As we reach the three-quarter mark of this race, let's review the current standings. Mylan Elling leads the way, followed closely by Yossarian in 2nd place. Potatoin holds on to 3rd position, with Farah Sword trailing in 4th. Patchy is maintaining 5th place. Potato, what do you make of the current situation on track?
Well, Jim, the top 5 drivers are really mixing it up out there. Mylan Elling holding on to that lead like a champ, but Yossarian and Potato are hot on his tail, ready to pounce. Farah Sword and Patchy better bring their A game if they want to shake up this leaderboard.
Spiker improves Sector 1 time to 41.99. Strajic passes Patchy for P5 at Campus.
Brankovic makes a bold move on Patchy at Paul Frere.
Impressive lap by Rolf Imhoff, 2:19.49.
Adamira makes a bold move on Patchy at Paul Frere. Imhoff is flying through Sector 3, one a time. Yossarian makes the move on Ealing at the chicane.
Mylan Elling overtaken by Yossarian at chicane.
Elling makes a daring move at the chicane for the lead. Potato pulls ahead of Yossarian at the chicane. Woo! Potato's lost second to Yossarian at the chicane. Potato loses third to Farah Sword at the chicane. Woo!
Potato passes Patchy for P3 at the chicane. Strajek passes Sword for 4th at the chicane.
Farah Sword slices past Michael Straycheck at the chicane.
Brankovic passes Straycheck for P5 at the chicane.
Straycheck passes Patchy at chicane, rockets into 5th place. Wojciech Adamira makes a daring move at the chicane.
Brankovic passes Adamira for P6 at chicane.
Fantasy M smashes it with a blazing personal best lap.
Fantasy M improves Sector 2 time to 103.96.
Farah Sword flying through Fagnus with a 2:18.56 lap.
Watch for potential tire and fuel strategy considerations ahead.
Engines revving, tension rising, it's about to get wild.
Michal Strajek sets consistent lap times of 2:19.47. Mylan Elling finishes the race in 2nd place.
Yossarian steals the lead from Mylan Ealing at the chicane. Ealing takes the lead from Yossarian at the chicane.
Mylan Ealing on final lap.
Yossarian takes the checkered flag in P3. Potato blasts past Yossarian at chicane for 2nd. Unleashing the Spud power, Potato takes 4th in style.
Farah Sword finishes in 5th place.
Strajek storms to a sensational 6th place finish. Brankovic storms across the finish line in an epic 7th place.
Wojciech Adamira finishes 7th in the race. Patchy finishes 8th place. WWW finishes in 9th place.
Potato gets passed by Yossarian at the chicane.
Strajic makes the pass on Potato at the chicane. Fantasy M finishes 10th in the race.
Farah Sword slices past Potato at Bruxelles for third. Straycheck speeds past Potato for fourth at Bruxelles. Wham! Spiker takes the checkered flag in 10th place.
Rolf Imhoff finishes in 11th place at the race. Yossarian takes the lead from Farah Sword at chicane. Elling takes lead from Yossarian at chicane. Elling passes Sword at chicane for P2 position.
Farah Sword slices past Yossarian at the chicane. Incredible.
Yossarian passes Farah Sword for P2 at chicane. Straycheck passes Sword for P3 at chicane. Farah Sword passes Mikhail Straycheck for P3 at chicane. Brankovic passes Straycheck at chicane for P4. Straycheck makes the pass on Brankovic at the chicane.
Imhoff blows past Spiker at Kemmel Straight. Wojtek Adamira takes 5th from Patchy at the chicane. Brankovic blasts past Adamira at the chicane for P4. Adamira outmaneuvers Brankovic for 4th at La Source. Brankovic makes his move on Adamira at La Source. Brankovic makes a bold move at La Source. Patchy makes a daring pass on Adamira at La Source.
Patchy completes the pass on Neboisa Brankovic at La Source.
Imhoff slices past Spiker at Lecom, moving up to 8th. Farah's Sword slices past Patchy at La Source. Electrifying move. Imhoff blasts past Spiker for P5 at Bruxelles. Farah's Sword makes a daring move, taking the lead at La Source.
Imhoff passes Spiker for P2 at Fadness.
WW makes a daring move at Blanchimont, snatching 2nd place. WW makes a bold move past Spiker at the chicane.
Spiker executes pass on player at chicane for P2. A remarkable finish indeed. Potato. Wojtek Adamira showcased exceptional consistency and skill to